Good morning, Belen. I'm Alejandro Guerrero, and welcome to this edition of Wbln, your news, for today, August 29th, 2014. It is with a heavy heart that we report the passing of Mr. Rafael Fernandez, who taught life science here at Belen for over 30 years. Mr. F, as he was known to most of us, was really a special person. Many knew him for his sense of humor, always making people laugh or at least smile, like when he would tell us that he was from Krypton. Teachers knew him for his battle cry at the sound of the morning bell. "Go forth and teach," he would say. The alumni may remember his green mobile, which he had owned for forever. Mr. F was a very smart man with many different talents and interests. He was a medical doctor without the title or university degree and could tell you what was wrong with you if you felt sick. Most students might not know, but he composed stunning poems, sonnets, and versos sencillos. Sometimes, at the spur of the moment, he was a Martí scholar and a Cuban historian, knowing even the most obscure detail of José Martí's life and works, and of Cuban history. Mr. Fernandez was a genius, a true Renaissance man, poet, and friend, but we will always remember that he was our teacher. Last night, parents gathered in the central patio for the high school back-to-school night. This night has been a way for parents to experience a day at Belen, getting from class to class on time and meeting all of their sons' teachers.
That it's the beginning of a new year. Although some students might have the same teacher they've had in the past, it is a new year with different courses, and the teachers might change. I think that the parents like to come and experience a day in their son's life and to get to meet their teachers and to know about that curriculum that is going to be followed throughout the year. So it's a good time also to meet the other parents in their son's classes.
The evening, with a prayer and invocation, the parents took to the hallways, following their children's schedule. Parents had 15 minutes per period to hear what each class would be like. Parents also had a chance to take to some of the teachers on one-on-one basis.
I love coming to mini school night and being able to meet the teachers and see what a day is in the life of my son, so I can mimic how he goes from one class to the other. And it's really great because here in Belen you really don't get to meet the teachers as often, so it's good to have an impression of what your son is going through every day.
The night was a complete success, giving parents the opportunity to experience a day at Belen. Yesterday, Belen was visited by two special alumni, former Miami Mayor Manny Diaz, class of 1973, and Eugene Ramirez, class of 2001. Mr. Diaz visited Mr. Collins' 7th period class and spoke about life as a politician. WSVN Channel 7 reporter Mr. Eugene Ramirez came by the studio to talk to the broadcast journalism students about what it's like to work in the news business here in Miami, and what it's like to be in the field with a 5-minute deadline for a story.
Weird pulling up to the visitor parking spot because I do not feel like a visitor. I feel like I'm at home here, and it's a lot cooler what you guys have to work with here than I ever had. We didn't have a TV studio when I was here, class of 2001, aka the Golden Boys. So this is way cooler, and go Wolverines.
Both alumni also spoke about their Belen roots. Thank you both for visiting us. One of the greatest quotes we learn at Belen is from St. Ignatius: "Go forth and set the world on fire." We may hear this or read or see it, but what does it really mean? Every summer, the Belen Youth Missions travel to the Dominican Republic to build aqueducts and bridges in some of the most remote and impoverished areas of the island. Here's Eduardo Santos with the story.
This summer in the Dominican Republic, the BYM participants went through an experience that would last them a lifetime. Many eager students and chaperones could not wait to get on that plane and start the project that was waiting for them. The townspeople welcomed BYM with a festival and opened their homes to every single one of us.
It definitely exceeded my expectations of the trip, especially since I didn't know what to expect, and the behavior of the students, the work we were able to accomplish, and the warm welcome that the community gave us.
The students and chaperones were taken out of their comfort zone with all the hard work, sleeping on floors and mattresses and bathing in rivers. The work consisted of cement mixing, wood chopping, and a lot of placing rebar. The students and chaperones worked for 8 days to be able to finally complete the bridge at the end.
The most memorable experience of the Dominican Republic trip was when we all spat in the bucket, the last bucket of cement that we put on the bridge, and everyone who participated spat on the bucket, even the Dominican workers, and I never felt more united in my life.
The BYM participants were able to complete the bridge, a feat that hasn't been accomplished in over 10 years. Ms. Ana Mora would like to thank all the people who donated and were able to make this Belen Youth Mission the most successful yet.
Impactful moment on the Belen Youth Mission trip definitely has to be when we heard that one of the townsmen from over there gave half of his crop of yuca for us, all of us to eat, and it was just really humbling and seeing, because that's his money, and he just donated it to us so we can be able to eat. That was definitely one of the most impactful moments on that trip.
The Belen Youth Missions was a tremendous success, thanks to all the donations and all the students who helped work in the event. That's all for Community News. Now back to you.
Thank you, Eduardo. Attention all students. Please remember that September 18th is the last day to hand in any documentation for service done during the summer. Make sure you bring in your papers to the campus ministry office on or before September 18th. Attention students. Registration is now open for the second annual Battle Like a Wolverine 5K. The event will be held on Sunday, October 12th on the Belen campus. The first 100 to register online will receive $10 in breast cancer awareness merchandise. So sign up quick. Now let's go to Joseph Garcia to see what's going around in our hallways.
Thank you, Alejandro. Here's what's going on in our hallways. The First Astronomy Club will be meeting grades 9 through 12 September 7th at 7:30 sharp in the observatory. All the new members are invited. Applications will be given at the meeting. The Fencing Club will hold its first meeting Monday, September 8th at 3:15 p.m. in the cafeteria. New members are invited. All existing members are expected to attend. The Creative Writing Coffee House Club will be having its introductory meeting on Thursday, September 4th in room G202. All high school students are welcome. Join Operation Smile and help us in our mission to help children around the world receive a surgery for cleft lip, cleft palate, and other facial deformities through fundraising and service. Operation Smile will be having its first meeting of the year on Tuesday, September 2nd at 3:05 in room H221. All students are welcome to join and learn about the great cause. For more information, contact Ms. Alonzo at mdalonzo@belenjesuit.org or Robert Wechter at rwechter@belenwolverines.org. Whether you are a musician who wants to participate in a jam session or just an intense music listener, the Music Appreciation Society Club is for you. We will hold our first meeting of the year on Tuesday, September 2nd at 3:05 p.m. in room G021, and new and old members of all grade levels are welcome. Several Belen students were involved in the Shake a Leg Foundation over the great summer and did work in helping impaired children to do water sports like sailing, kayaking, and paddleboarding. Mr. Munoz Bustamante would like to meet with the group briefly on Friday at 3 p.m. If you cannot attend, please email him at jmunoz@bustamante@belenjesuit.org. Let him know if you were here part of that group. That's what's going on in our school. Now back to you, Alejandro.
Thank you, Joseph. Let's see what Sage Dining is cooking up for us today. The Weather Center with Joaquin Negoy-Solo.
Thank you, Alejandro. Today's weather is going to be partly cloudy with about a 30% chance of precipitation. Let's go ahead and look at the relative humidity. Today's going to be around 89 degrees with a relative humidity of about 73%. with winds at 13 miles per hour. Let's go ahead and look at the next 3 days' highs and lows. Saturday's highs and lows are going to be 89 degrees with lows of 81. Sundays are going to be highs of 89 with lows of 79. And Monday is going to be a high of 87 with a low of 78. That's all for the weather. Back to you.
Thank you, Jack. Let's move on to sports with EJ Santos.
Thank you, Alejandro. On Wednesday, the middle school golf team lost their first match of the season to Ransom Everglades by a score of 167 to 176. Leading the way for the Wolverines was Guillermo Najera with a score of 41, followed by Jack Barrios and Brian Reyes with a score of 44. The 6th grade and middle school cross-country teams opened their season right here at home in the 6th grade and middle school cross-country invitational. The meet will take place at De La Cruz Stadium. Races start at 4 p.m. Everyone is invited to cheer on your Wolverines. Attention 6th graders. 2014 Belen soccer season is ready to begin. The first meeting will take place September 3rd at 3:15 p.m. in the central patio. The varsity soccer team meeting will take place September 4th at 3:15 p.m. in the central patio. The junior varsity meeting will take place September 5th at 3:15 p.m. also in the central patio. Practices will be announced during the second week of September. Anybody in grades 6 to 12 who is currently involved in a sports may try out for the wrestling team. Conditioning begins next Tuesday at 3:30 p.m. Meet in the wrestling room. Game tickets for the Belen vs. Columbus football game on September 5th are now on sale at the bookstore. Student tickets are $10 and adult tickets are $15. Tickets are limited. That's all for sports. Now back to you, Alejandro.
Thank you, EJ. Students, be sure to follow us on Twitter and Facebook for all the latest news and pictures. I'm Alejandro Guerrero, and for everyone here at WBLN, welcome and have a wonderful weekend.